Becoming the fastest man in college is a very big deal because if you can win it all in the NCAA, you likely have what it takes to take on the best in the world. In 2008, Richard Thompson and Walter Dix both ran in the NCAA 100-meter dash final, and just a few weeks later, got Olympic medals in the 100-meter dash. But we all know who was in front in that race. But ironically, the 100-meter dash really isn't the fastest race in college. That would be the 60-meter dash. Just because most people don't pay attention to it doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. Christian Coleman and Grant Holloway both won that event at the NCAAs before winning world championship medals outdoors later that same season. So don't get it twisted. The 60 actually matters. And right now, the fastest man in college is Kalen Walker of the University of Iowa. He opened his indoor season running 6.59 seconds, which is good enough to book his ticket to the NCAAs already. And that was not supposed to happen, because trust me when I tell you, he was never expected to be this fast. Don't get me wrong, I am aware that Kalen is not yet the favorite to win anything at the NCAAs, but his performance is such a big deal because his journey to the top of the leaderboard is like something straight out of a movie. The truth is that Kalen Walker is an underdog in every sense of the word. He was barely recruited out of high school, clawed his way out of junior college, and right now is the fastest man in the NCAA. And if he can keep this up, I might need to write the screenplay to the movie myself, because you can't make this stuff up. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section, because I try to read them all. First things first, Kalen Walker does have a following now, thanks to social media. But let's be honest, most track and field fans have no idea who he is. So I'm gonna tell this story all the way from the beginning. At the high school level in Iowa, Kalen Walker started out playing football, basketball, and track and field. He wasn't bad on the football field, but was entirely unranked as far as Google is able to tell me. But by his senior year, he seems to have noticed that track and field was where his future was. He even ran one indoor meet that season. But like I said, it was just one meet. That season was his senior year in 2020. And we all know what happened back then. So there was no outdoor season for him to compete in. And nobody really knew how good he was as a recruit. To put it in perspective, as a junior outdoors, he never officially ran faster than 10.9 in the 100 or 22.5 in the 200. That's 2-star recruit level on SCArecruiting.com, and good enough to get legitimate interest from small conference D1 programs. But unfortunately for Kalen, he was in the state of Iowa, so I highly doubt that any of the schools that would have appreciated him in Division I ever heard about him. And the next time we saw him on the track was at the junior college level. Now allow me to break this down for a moment. I don't know the particulars of how he ended up in JUCO, but I do know that many recruits think that that is the best place to go to earn your way into D1. The idea that if you light up the track in JUCO, you can simply transfer to a big-name D1 program hardly ever works out too well. That's because the fastest runners in JUCO would have dominated the D1 level anyway. In fact, Kenny Bednarik ran for Indian Hills Community College, and he was so good at it that he decided to skip the D1 offers entirely and just turned pro right after. He is now an Olympic medalist, so I guess things are working out just fine for him. You can bet on yourself if you want to, but many JUCO sprinters who go there to get recruited D1 never make it to D1 at all. So if you are a track recruit with the ability to get any Division I level interest, even if it's not the biggest name schools, my advice is that you take those offers very seriously. And just like Kenny Bednarik, Kalen Walker attended Indian Hills Community College to start his college career. He was only there for one season, but he did prove that he was way faster than he was his junior year of high school. he ran 6.87 in the 60, which is way faster than what he did in high school. And ironically, made the JUCO National Championship meet, both indoors and outdoors, in the 200-meter dash. The reason why it's unexpected is because he literally has only run that event one time since junior college. So in only one season, he proved he was among the best JUCO recruits in the entire nation. And then Kalen Walker arrived at the University of Iowa in the Big Ten. The fact that he only did 1 year in JUCO proves that he had to be a D1 qualifier the year before. But this is where the story gets interesting, because in his first race of his college career at Iowa, Kalen Walker ran 6.69 seconds in the 60-meter dash. That's almost 0.2 of a second faster than his season best the year before, and 0.4 faster than anything he did in high school. In that one race, he proved he was a legitimate D1 sprinter, and later made the NCAA indoor meet in 2022. If schools knew he would have been that good, that quickly, they would have recruited him out of high school anyway. But he didn't make the final at the NCAAs, so nobody really acknowledged that he was there. From that point, you could argue that he underachieved. He didn't make the NCAA championships, either indoors or outdoors in 2023, but he kept dropping fast times, even breaking the 21-second barrier in the 200-meter dash, the one time they actually let him run it. Which brings us to what just happened, because entering the 2024 indoor season, Kalen's final one in a college uniform, he ran a new PR of 6.59 seconds in the 60-meter dash. And at that moment, he became the fastest man in college, which is a sentence that I never thought I'd get a chance to say about a 2-star sprinting recruit out of his junior year of high school. I don't know what the future of Kalen Walker's career will look like, but at this point, I'm heavily invested in watching the rest of the movie. Kalen Walker was a high school recruit who had barely any D1 interest, and then had his senior season canceled, basically before it even began. He bet on himself in junior college, and then took all of the house's money by proving he deserved a shot to run at D1's highest level. And then he cranked it up a notch to prove he was legit. And now he has one more chance to win a national title. I don't know if he will pull it off, but the movie script has already been written. Kalen Walker is a true underdog story and the fastest man in college right now. SCA track and field gear is here. Fast is a lifestyle, and what you wear should reflect that. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop. or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it's always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.